According to reports, the Pakistani government has reached an understanding with the Tehreek-e-Taliban, the banned offshoot of the Afghan Taliban that operates from Pakistan. Reportedly, officials in the Pakistani government as well as its military have been holding face-to-face talks with the TTP leaders in Afghanistan. The Pakistani national daily, The Dawn, has published a report giving details as to how the Pakistani leadership and the TTP representatives reached an understanding to declare a country-wide truce. According to the report, Pakistani officials and the TTP senior leaders have been meeting in the southwestern Afghan province of Khost. These key talks have been ongoing for nearly 2 weeks now. The peace agreement reportedly seeks to end nearly 2 decades of TTP-led militancy. The Dawn says the same, citing sources. The deal, however, rests upon conditions such as the release of the TTP operatives, but as of now, the exact number of detainees due to be released is unknown. The report further says that Sirajuddin Haqqani, the Afghan Taliban regime's interior minister, had been mediating between the Pakistani government and TTP representatives. However, the Tehreek-e-Taliban itself is yet to deny or confirm these developments. Also, it is not yet clear which specific officials the Pakistani government had sent to Afghanistan's coast to speak with the TTP leadership. Although sources say that it is likely that the delegation could have included senior officials of the Pakistani military and the inter-services intelligence. Just last month, the Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan himself had confirmed to a Turkish news channel that the PTI government was in talks with the TTP. Khan had said that the Pakistani establishment had offered amnesty to the group if they were to surrender their armaments and reconcile with the civil government. This offer, however, was staunchly rejected by the TTP as it insisted on instituting Sharia law in the country. For more on this story, our correspondent Anas Malik is now joining us live from Kabul for more. Anas, thanks for joining us. Now, we are giving to understand that the Pakistani government has reached a supposed understanding with the Tehreek-e-Taliban. What can you tell us about this arrangement and what are the conditions of the same?
Well, the conditions that are there is for a ceasefire, the Pakistani side would have to release a number of prisoners. The number is still unclear. Sources within Afghanistan say that it is about between 1 dozen to 2 dozen, whereas sources within Pakistan, they say that the number is about 100. As I said, it's still unclear about the number. The other condition that the TTP has put forward is to impose quote-unquote Sharia rule in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, the northern part of Pakistan, but that demand is unlikely to be met. That's a ground rule that they're trying to set. First is the release of prisoners. That will be followed by a ceasefire. That is what sources here confirm. The talks initiated on the 25th of October, about 9 to 10 days ago, here in Afghanistan. They were being held in intervals with the help of the Afghan Taliban and Haqqani network chief Sirajuddin Haqqani in Khost. Senior officials from Pakistan and from the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, TTP and the Pakistani government, they are holding talks here in Afghanistan. The Afghan Taliban are facilitating that. Now, it is pertinent to mention that after the Taliban took over Kabul, they had formed a 3-member military commission to talk to the Tehreek-e-Taliban in order to stop these attacks that Pakistan says are being originated and being planned here from the Afghan soil. Priyanka?
Right, Anas, reports also say that the peace agreement, the so-called peace agreement, reportedly seeks to end nearly 2 decades of TTP-led militancy. How likely is that this will actually happen on ground?
Well, TTP came into being in 2006, 2007. They say it was in response to quote-unquote drone strikes that back in the day US were conducting in Pakistan's northern areas and the Afghanistan-Pakistan border areas. That's what they claim. But we've previously seen in the past that such agreements have been taking place, be that the Tehreek-e-Nifaz-e-Shariat-e-Muhammadi agreement, the peace agreement that was done for Swat, which was called Nizam-e-Adl. Then we saw those peace talks when the Nawaz Nawaz Sharif government was there, they tried to hold peace talks with the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, the TTP, in 2013, 2014. Those collapsed, and after that, a big operation was launched in Pakistan. So previously, we've seen that these talks they bore fruit for some time. There is truce, but then both the sides accuse each other of having violated the truce, and then the uptick of these agreements results in much more violent attacks, the brunt of which the general public and the common public has to face. So at this point of time, it would be skeptical. I'd see it as a bit of skepticism, with a pinch of salt, given the history such negotiations have had between the Pakistani establishment and these militant organizations. Priyanka?
Right, Anas, thank you so much for all those inputs, and thank you for joining us on WION at this hour. WION World is One is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.